Hello guys, welcome back to the What If video. This is a new What If I'll make, well, of a new series, basically, because I decided to redo this series. Because in the past, I messed up the last part of this What If, so I'll be beginning a new part, basically, a new start. It would be much more different than the other one. I don't remember if I ever did a shipping that one, but there's probably gonna end up with a shipping here. Anyway, let's dive into it. Let's go begin. Let's see how... Well, in a Witch Queen's forest, she decided that... The Witch Queen decided that she wanted an experiment. To see how much she can bioengineer one of her new children. She tried to manage to add her blood magic within that baby, and somehow he achieved two others from DNA that she managed to suck in, so he was basically an experiment. Yeah, and yes, she realized that due to the experiment he will be born a male. She didn't care, she wanted an experiment. She didn't care if it was a son or a daughter. He would be used as a weapon. She fought. Then came the day when she gave birth, and she realized his white hair, his slightly pointed ears, and the red eyes that looked into her, that she just couldn't bring herself to do it. She couldn't bring herself to raise him as a weapon. So she gave him away. "11 years later, we see the captains are moving in, said, "Are you sure this is the arena?" I said, "Yes, this is the illegal fighting arena." Yeah, I said, "I don't know why, but I got a bad feeling about this. What if the rumors are true?" I said, "What?" I said, "Have they been experimenting or have experimented kids and using them to fight each other, or forcing kids to fight adults? If it's true, then we gotta do our best to stop it." All captains said. Witch King wasn't able, for obvious reasons, in case an attack from Dragon Kingdom. But all captains was here. Well, the captains was Figolian, Moselle, Aesir, a former captain of the Silver Eagles, Yami, and Charlotte William. We're all there, so yeah. Said, "Where will this begin?" I spoke in snow, and then he said, "Let's get ready to rumble." The other announcer voice said, "This was in the shadow still." Said, "When we're gonna start?" Said, "When the fights begin." And challenging our champion today is former Magic Knight Revji, Shade Mage, a former member of Purple Orcas. Former Magic Knights are here, huh, him mother. There is multiple nobles in the stands as well. And here he is, the undefeated, the champion of the ring since his age of 7, a 4 years current reigning champion, undefeated, Beast, Asta. The crowd went wild. So, what the child? They thought the realized now, wait, he was in 7 for he's damned 11. They'll look shocked now. Let's look in there. So his clothing same as in using the thumbnail right now. Still murdered or something. A weakling. Rev said, "I'll show you the might of a former Magic Knight. You're nothing compared to me, scum." Said, "Ooh, we'll also take this insult lying down." Also looked at him and said, "I'm bored." He clapped his fingers, and suddenly Revji just fell down, dropped dead. And Austin uses his mysterious powers and wins in one hit again. Raining shot. Then William signaled start. I said, "Wait, what's this? Magic Knights! Run, everyone, run!" Honestly, really, I said, been raised in place forever. Manic night sun on rise. Huh. It's easier now. And Rosal was waiting. Wait, there saw ravishing like what he wasn't dead. He felt the pulse. He was still alive. I stand and looked at Asta. Asta just looked bored at them and began walking away. Then Rosal said, "Mother, shouldn't we? Hold on, keep him. I'll try to." Said, "Mother, are you sure? Alone?" He said, "I'm sure of it. I'm sure I can take care of him." As the captain said, the rest of everyone else, they looked down to themselves. Said, "Wait, where's Aesir?" Said, "She went after kid." I thought Yam had a feeling. Said, "Okay, wait." Then we said, "We need to help him." Said Yam said, "No." Said, "What do you mean?" Said, Something tells me she has it under control. We wait 10 minutes, then we grab in immediately." Asta walks out now of the arena slowly, as Aesir walks behind. Then Aesir said, "Hey you, wait." Asta arrived. Asta stops and slowly turns aside, said, "So what about it?" Asta says before walking away, "Hey you, wait! You're under arrest." Asta looked at her. "For what?" Said, for being underage fighting in an illegal arena." Asta said, "I didn't know that." Whatever. "Alright, arrest him already," muttered. He started like a fight up captain already. He murdered not yet, he thought, not revealing too much. So yeah, then he said, "You come on, arrest him already," he said, holding out his hand behind his back. He said, "It's like what the American Knights do." She thought, oh, yeah, she thought, wait, why did he surrender so easily? She then used her steel medic to cuff his hands. And Shane leading to her. Then she writes, no, he doesn't need Shane, he's willing to come, so she only cuffed his hands. As they walked back to Reno, said, "Okay, so 9:59. Alright, so time to." Then she came back, said, then we saw Acer walk in there, with Asta walking in there with her hands behind her back. Said, hey? Then we thought, wait, mother, how? He came, said, he came willingly. Something about not wanting to fight the Medic Knight, the captain said. More like, I know for sure I can't handle all these captains at the same time. I'm not handling a veteran that easily. So yeah. Then put magic suppressing cuffs on him as well. Said, well, let's move out. Also looked beautiful behind them. As they just glanced nervously, said, "It's just a kid," he thought. "How?" While arresting, said he participated in the activity even though it was, we don't know if he's an enemy still not. Said he came willingly, said, "So what, it doesn't prove anything." Then Yam said, "Hey kid." Also looked bored turned his head, looked bored at him. So how did you just, knock that that the Shane may shout? I said, simple. Everyone has a little tiny, even the tiniest amount of air in their bloodstream flowing around. I stopped the air from ice collected all the air and made up and made up like what's called I don't know, stopped the blood flow with a little bit of air that's inside the bloodstream. So he passed out from that, and I laid it on immediately afterwards to not kill him. He said, "It's simple, really. Easy wind manipulation." He said, "You know that there's others way, right?" I said, "To survive, right? You don't have to." I said, "It's the only way of no one be living for a while now." I said, "You know, we could probably get you out of there because if you tell us more." He said, "I'm a criminal. Since I sincerely broke your laws, Miss Pretty Lady here told me. So obviously I'm going to jail, and you can't obviously seem taking favorites even if they're child, so everyone breaks the law, still go to jail." I also said it will be favoritism, and that's not good. Will not look good if it comes to the public. I said, continue walking out dutifully. I still arrive soon at the capital. Then I came for your restriction now, and see where can really try to get more so he controls wind like that. Well, said yes. You thought. So he managed to stop with the air in the bloodstream like that. Said yes. Said, "Where does what is he says? There's something he's not telling us." Said, "Well, I mean, he came willingly. Besides, obviously some other stuff. Pretty much being abandoned by his parents. Or his parents left for that. He said he's been raised in the arena for his entire life. It's the only way he's been on living." So he must probably have to harden his magical powers like that. I said, "Yeah." Whiskey thought, and he said, and he refused to anyway help to. I said we could probably help him, give him a free life, but then the Mard said, "I'll break the law, it will be favoritism, it won't look good for you in public." Whiskey muttered, well, let's already the trials now. As most of all nobles that were captured on that was under arrest and, well, put on trial for the illegal activity. Revchi was sentenced to prison, but he managed to escape a month later. And didn't seem as much bothered, seeing how easy he was defeated by Kid. Then he said, then Matthew, I said, "Wait, are we putting an 11-year-old on the trial here?" I was also put in there, said, "Sorry, sir, but what's your name?" Said Damanatio. Asked was it? Said, "Yes, sorry, Damanatio, sir, but I'm still a criminal, as appointed by Miss Pretty Lady without a name." Then Ace said, "My name is Acer Silva." Said, "Alright, so as Miss Pretty Lady Royal Ace here put it, I broke the law, so I should be put on trial. Even if I'm a kid, I should still be put on trial because I broke the law, apparently so. And it will be favoritism otherwise, and it won't look good in public, so I'll take you out of punishment, since I apparently broke the law. And every criminal should be punished." Then what he thought. Besides, it should be justice for, since I broke the law and all that. So yeah, Damati said, "Damn it, he's good." Huh. Yeah. Or well, blah blah. Sentence to prison for some years now. We'll probably see rehabilitation in 4 years when you're supposed to be able to get your grimoire. See if it's better behavior then. It'll be lighter punishment because you're still a child and was the only way you knew of living. All nobles and royals agreed to that, as they could they may be nobles and royals and that, But even they had a heart sometimes. And this looks like one of the few moments they actually had. So Oz was sent to prison there and put in the mild suppressing cuffs. He sat still there. As the one he was put in prison, many other prisoners asked, "Wait, how's a kid going here?" Said, "Hey." Then it was time for feeding time. Said, "Hey, kid." Also looked up and said, "What are you in here for?" "Partaking in illegal arena activity." Said, "Which one?" "I don't know. The one that recently got arrested. I don't know. There was a lot of nobles there he murdered. I've been there my whole life. I think it was near a desert or something." "Wait, the biggest one?" Said, "So you met the champion for 4 years?" Said, I was the champion there for 4 years currently." "Wait, so you..." I said, "There was multiple times I was forced to kill, but yeah, that's why." He took his food and then went back to his cell. He sat still there. Afterwards he gained a lot of respect by others, so some prisoners that had no morals at all tried to beat him up, but the other ones that actually had morals said, "We may be criminals all that, but even we wouldn't force a kid to fight in an arena like that." They beat all of the ones that were arrested there up, and the ones that tried to harm Asta. Meanwhile, Asta only came out for meals and only ate, then get back without talking, sat in his cell for 4 years. Routine for 4 years now. Then he came close to his birthday. Well, he passed already 15 now. That's the top of the year now discussed. So rehabilitation for the kid. Said yes. So how would the public react to him? Said, well, if you put him with something, we don't know. Maybe said let's check if he wants to go out and if he wants to work nights. He can earn his redemption by that and help service the kingdom. The mother said, yeah, that should work. Yeah, let's check on him. Ace here. Call Ace here. I check with her. Said, what is it? Damratio. Said, the kid 4 years ago. Said, what about him? Said, rehabilitation. You're in order for him to rehabilitate with the world. In order to teach him that until he gets Skarmar in half a year now, whatever it is. He apparently went 15 right after the last Skarmar ceremony. Said, I see, or well. So he's the same age around the others, Noel and the other royal, the most of the, like Noel and Leopold and Miosa. Said, yeah, they're born late year, he's born like in early year. He's over half a year older than them. As they walk to the prison cells now, as they hear guards walking, so the prisoners cheering, elbowing a lot, making noise. You know, the prison guard, the warden said, you know, it's strange, the kid, Sirmin said he only spoke the first day he was here, then he fell into a routine, sitting still in the prison cell, without moving, except when it's dinner time, he walks out, eats, then walks back in, never talked to anyone afterwards. He only told them what it was before the first and all that. Then he's protected constantly by the others that by the most with morals, and the ones at the arena that worked in the arena, all that, where he was, well, they get beaten up regularly. We don't stop it really because frankly they deserve it for what they did to a child. He's the only survivor of those kids. Most of them died at 5. He's been quiet, he's strange. You know, a standing up for soul, there is. As the prison said, you have a visitor. Then he also looked up, said, who? Said, well, it's better if you come here. I sighed, fine. He stood up, and then he said, let me stretch a little bit. As he stretched, they could hear the bones clicking, everything. Cracking and all, so yeah, it cracked its neck and the fingers and back, everything you could think of. Sorry if you heard that, I don't know if it's cursed, but I had to add it. So anyway, as he did that and walked to the door, as then they opened it, also looked, yeah, as he grown to 6 feet, said, where? Said, down here. Also looked down a little bit, so, Then I stepped a little bit back, said, Pertimis Royal Aesir. What do you want now? I said. Well, you're 15, I said, so? You're sentencing over, we offer you rehabilitation. I said, what makes you think I want that? I'm a criminal, I deserve to live in prison for life, what I did. He said, listen, you can have the magnets if you want. Servicing the kingdom. Why should I? Said, you'll get your grimoire. That's the far, but let me think about it. Not others are there, there's something you're telling me, said, and said, well, you're building with me and my family. I said, for how long? Said, well, until you get your Undermark Knights in a year or so when the next exam is. I said, the recent exam was just a month ago or two. Was since a month, correct? Said, yes. And I can't get more because I'm with this year's batch, so I have to wait till next year, correct? Said, yes. So over a year living with you. Said, why should I live with you? Said, well, you need to, well, I'm here to educate you officially. I said, unofficially, you need a family. I said, I agree to this offer and all that, but one thing you should know, there's no need for a family. I don't need a family that will just abandon me again. I will never accept a new one, and never will. Last one to call me family left me at the arena's floor when I was only 2 months old. I said, so when would we begin? As prisoners wished him good luck. When this then also was let out, said we wished you good luck and all that. Also was thinking, also just looked dumb and continued walking straight forward. So then he came where they unlocked the seal, said, well, I hope not to see you here again. So then Aesir began leaning and said, I said, how many kids do you have? Then, no, I said, kid, how many? How many kids I have? Asta said, yes. Well, I have 4. She restrained herself from saying 5 with you. I see. That other boy back there. Well, the other man when you arrested me, he said, yes, he's my eldest. I have my youngest daughter, this same age as you. Austin is nodded. As then they was informed by it. Of the then the seals are, so he stretched his hand out a little bit. As the his magic will reacquainted himself with him now. As he stretched and tried to access magic, and the wind picked up a little bit. Also, said, "What is it?" Said, "Just a little bit. Had to reinquire myself in magic. A little bit rusty, but always should be fine. Should be back in total control in tomorrow or something. I guess, depending on how much you can control it and use it." Said, "We'll have a training thing here, but you have to really get introduced to my other, well, my children first." Also, as Nacelle came back, was called by Aesir back to the house now, as well as Saul the Nebra. Said, "What do you wanted, mother? Do you know what mother wanted?" Nacelle said, "No, we just got told to come back here. Something about, I don't know, seemed important to her." No, mother said, "Yeah, I wish to continue training now with magic." Said, "Don't worry, Noel." So I said, "If it works out, something tells me that I might be able, if it works, if you want that, I can stay back for captain duties and training for a while." I said, "You really do that, big brother?" So of course, you're my little sister after all. Yes, in this culture they won't bully each other, but they will be sibling-like, but there will still be cockiness for being royals. As then Aesir said, "Alright, so..." Then Aesir came in and said, "Okay, mother, what wanted to see us about?" Said, "Well, we have someone else living with us for a while, until the entry exam, to the next magic entry exam. No, not this one, but the next one, where Noel will be automatic knights as well." "Who is it?" Said, "You can come in now." I was asked to walk in there. I looked emotionally at them, scanned the room. As I looked at Nacelle locked eyes with him, and saw, as Nacelle was around 6 feet, 5'11", just locked eyes. Asta just nodded to him on a greeting. Nacelle was shocked by this. He recognized who it was, but nodded as well. And said, "Mother, why is this peasant here?" "Why do you bring this filth into this house?" Nebra said. Nebra and Saul said now. And Saul said, then Nacelle was about to reprimand them, but Aesir slapped them both, said, "I have not raised it to be that way. He'll be living with us now, of rehabilitation." Said, "Wait, mother, who is that?" Nacelle said, "His name's Asta. You remember that mission where we had to go to a fighting arena a couple of years back? That's him. He was this current champion. He's born in January, he's around now. So over a half year older than you, Noel. He was the current champion since he was 7 until he was 11 when we broke in." Yes, it precisionized the perfect wind control almost of his magic. His mother, "Why is he here?" Said, "The council ordered us to rehabilitate him with the world until he wants to make knights." "So he'll be living here until then." Then the soul said, "We're having a criminal here." I just all looked at Asta, expecting him to be hurt. I still looked at Asta. Asta looked at him and said, "What? You're not felt insulted about that?" All said, "I've heard worse." He said. Then Acer said, "So yeah, I have to educate him about society and all that." Said, "You mean? What do you mean educate him about society? Doesn't he know?" Also then said, no I don't. So then never was sold to shocked. Well, got over the shock about him speak up to her, said, what do you mean? Said, being raised to fight ever since you were born, basically abandoned by your mother. One would have time to make oneself with laws and everything else outside world. Also said, looking at the least bit regretful about that. And I was shocked. So then Noel wanted, he said, yeah, I want to give him a hug. She went forward to give him a hug, but it's not. Then Ace thought, how was he gonna react? Then she saw his reaction. Eyes wide and said, Fred. Then she saw Osman Clay, said, Fred. Osman began picking up now. Wind barriers surrounded Asta. As Asta's eyes started glaring down at Noel. Said, perhaps, no physical contact. Acer, realizing the tension was in the air, said, I'll have to work a physical contact. I said, no. So what do you mean? Said, I won't have any physical contact with anyone here. Except you. So where I'm supposed to sleep, per the lady Acer. They were like, Huh? All the children now of Acer just face faulted, said, he. Why'd you call my mother that? Noel questioned immediately. I said, well, at first he didn't tell me my name, but afterwards he just went with it, and besides, she hasn't told me to stop yet, so... No, I said, Mother, tell him to stop, it's really weird when a 15-year-old says that too. An old hag, someone as old as you. Then Acer's eyes narrowed, said, what do you mean someone as old as me? Said, well, you're like 50 or something. Acer, gonna take Mark, said, well, said, yeah. Do you want to be grounded? Said, what? Why? Why am I being grounded? Austin mutters, then you hear Austin mutter something. Geez, I may have been raised in prison a lot, but even I know not to ask Hey, I may be a criminal, not know nothing about society, but even I know not to question a woman about her age. They were sucking nervously. No, none well fit, like said, I should know that, I'm a woman. Then she heard something suspiciously mutter from us, sound like, no, you're a sundari. Then he said, anyway, yeah, I'll show you where you're gonna sleep, Asta. I said, in your room? He questioned, asking the other children faithful now. Acer, they heard Acer stammer a little bit, started a bit. What? Of course not. Then he heard us chuckle, said, it's just a joke. Chill. Acer thought he got me there, said, that's his type of joke, the other thought. What the hell? Then, well, as Acer showed into his room, Oz looked at it and it will suffice. He looked at the bed, there are stuff there. You can fill it up without go shopping. No, I said no, this should be enough. So Richard said, yes, thanks, I guess, I don't know. Said, well, and this is my room, so there's, either way, this is my room and there's my office, so I'll probably either way there or probably somewhere in the kitchen, in the hall down, first floor. Asta nodded. Where's the trading room? I said, no, I'll show you. But I thought maybe I shouldn't, but then she realized, yeah, perhaps, yeah, I probably should show him that, so he has summer to release his mana. She knows that pent up mana, unused mana, sometimes may reflect unless he is perfect in his control. And then she realized he really prizes his control over his magic. Then she showed into the training room she usually uses. Said, here, since your will medic is your will medic, I don't know how destructive your will medic is, so here's the strongest trainer that should be able to handle it at least. I use this when I train, if I'm not training in the wild. As an odd, it would suffice. As well, back to his room and close the door. Said, I'll come back when it's dinner. Asta nodded. I said, of course. Said, what a strange kid. Then she walked by in the kitchen and saw all the other kid that others just was like still open mouth about his type of yokarat. Then H giggled but said, so what do you think about him? Then I said, what do I think about him? What do I think about his he is type of how confused. They all yell out at the same time. Said the type of yogi, he's so, I don't know, yeah, anyway, he has that room, you know. Oh, see, so it's somewhat close to me, in case I need something, so then the someone said, yeah, right, that's definitely why his room is closer to yours. No, then I'll ask innocently, said, what do you mean, Nosal? Said, then Ace didn't hear what Nosal said, huh? What did Nosal say? Hey, then said, I said, no, let's go training, you're medic right now. He tried to avoid this awkward situation. Said, what? Oh, okay. Then as Ace nodded, I said, yeah, I'll find out what you said. So what do you think about him now, Brasol? Said, well, he's strange, to say the least. Said, yeah, raising yourself, being raised to fight is entire life. Yeah, I guess that fits something. And then sit in prison for 4 years. So what do you mean sit in prison? Said, well, he was sentenced to prison for 4 years. Well, hell, we tried to rehabilitate him in order when he was arrested and all, but he refused, saying it would be favoritism, even if he was a kid, so the only thing we got away with was a lighter sentence. Besides, his routine was basically sitting still in the cell, same spot for years, only moving out of that way when it's time for eat. They were shocked. So you mean that he sat right in the same spot for a long while? Yes. I said, well, we can't see Austin now looking at the bed, touching it, said soft. Said I don't really need sleep anymore, he realized, remembering how he then felt as the natural mana here is rich. Said to look, had a small library. Checks about it. Then I heard some knock on the door. I saw the felt the motto. I said, it's basically the same one. I can't bother to distinguish it yet. He opens the door. It was Nocel said, I wonder if you I don't know, may wanted me to. Nocel said, what I mean is mother said dinner's ready. Austin nodded. Closed the door. Nocel said, You remember the way, right? Ozzy said. Maybe I may sit in prison for 4 years, but I do have a memory. No cell was better restrained himself from said, okay, if I'm criminal, his humor, yeah. Gotta keep myself in check. As then walked back to the kitchen, said, so where is he? Said, no, then I asked, so, wait, how did it go? You're not hurt then, where are you? Said, no. He closed the door afterwards, said, I see. Said, are you coming for dinner or not? Said, what do you mean? Said, well, we're waiting for us to come. Said, well, he's already sitting here. Just said, huh? Then it said, huh? This is Ozzy already sitting at the table. What? How? It said, you know, you're doing a pretty good also said, apparently they said, yeah. Said, come here. He leaned a little bit. So then she leaned in as he whispered so they could still hear. So don't you think they do real? Are you sure your children are not gold officials or anything like that? Because the gaping kind of reminds me of those southern ones. She giggled but said, they do. Also looked and said, you do a pretty good impression of goldfish now. I'm not sure if you are a human anymore. Then he stopped, said, alright, said, strange things happen around Asta, said, don't question, we don't know. Then they had a wonderful time eating dinner. They talked with each other. They tried to include Asta, but he was focused on eating. So they excuse me. When it was finished, to put it in the on the dishing bench. They put the plates aside and then went back to his room. That's a training room now. He went there. So then back to the kitchen. Said, so mother, don't you think it's a little bit strange? Said, well, as strange as someone a 15-year-old that's lived in 4 years in prison and the other one's been raised to fight his entire life, then I guess not as strange as I think you would originally think. Then you heard a giant shaking, so what was that? As they finished the dinner, said, let's go check. And Samar said, alright, so where was it coming from? He said, my guess is that it's him and probably from the training room. You mean? So I let him use my training room that I privately said, not you, but you'd rather let us be there. I said, why do you let him? Said, because I don't know how destructive Swing Medic is. I was walking in there now as the head medic reforming dumps on that. They saw the hardest they saw the extreme level which Ace used to train with her. Well, extreme armor on. Well, I mean her Valkyrie armor. As the Asti dodged every single strike and just immediately cut them in half with wind. Her time was on, said beep beep, new record. 5 minutes, as Ace's usual was 15. All the yours hit the floor now. Said he cut your record in 3 times. Ace so said, yeah, good thing I showed in this room. I just didn't see Asta appear behind them. Said, enjoy the show. They were just whipped around and said, yeah, sure. Good. So now, and how do you keep appearing like that? I said, practice. Said, Then I said, then what? Noel went upstairs and I said, can you teach me please, please? She wanted to use it to scare her mother and her siblings. I also looked at her and said, you're only gonna use it for mischief. And no, I won't. Even if you wouldn't, I won't use it. Said, why? First off, I wouldn't teach you. Second off, I can't. Third, even if I could, I wouldn't teach you. He said, why wouldn't you teach me? I said, it's private. It's my technique. I said, well, why don't you share it with me? He said, well, let's just say that, why don't you share your mother with me then? Let me share. That's like asking your mother if we could share a room, and we actually share a room. Then I said, nope, you will absolutely not do that. Then Acer said, hey, you're not the one to decide, you're not my mother, I'm your mother. I said, what, so you want to change? So you're saying that you actually want to share a room with him? Then Acer said, well, I'm saying I wouldn't mind it. The other were like said, the other turned slowly towards Ace and said, "Huh?" Then Asta vanished again. Where did he go now? Said, probably his room. So I decided to retire for the night. A couple of months later, I also came for a visit and said, no, you haven't talked with me at all in a while. What happened? Said, well, it's better if you ask mother. Wait, where's Acer? Then said, my guess probably. Okay, so then here Acer's selection mode said, okay, so this is the current law, you can't kill anyone, strangely, even though they assault you. I said, why? This insulted my honor, I have to respond to that. I suddenly heard large bonk, said, nope, wrong, you can't just go and kill someone because they insult your honor. Then I said, so Oscar said, huh. As they came back, walked to the library now, see Acer in full lecture mode with a steel bat in her hand. So you're saying that if someone insulted, let's say, your youngest daughter, all that, and called her some derogatory term, really insulting, you wouldn't retaliate with magic? He said, I... Exactly. Well, when we talk about the devil, Asta mothered, actually, muttered. He said, huh? And she turned back and said, oh, hey, Mimosa. So Asta vanished, said, I'll be gone now. Auntie, well, so who's that? Said, well, it's my charge until the Magic Knight's exam. So, exactly who? His name's Asta, she told the story, said, Musket, huh. Well, there's the most blushed a little bit, said. Then I said, no, not you too. Snap out of it, Mimosa. She did quick slaps to her face now. Snap out of it, snap out of it, snap out of it, Mimosa. It's enough to have to compete with mother now for his affection. Then Acer, for the sly smirk, said, what? No, I said, hey! Acer said, hey, no. They said, wait a minute. Wow. Noel really said, shit, I messed up now. Did you say you had to compete, meaning you have a crush on him? As that awesome pair of Noor said, huh? 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 He looked at him strangely, looked Noel. So I said, okay. Then I walked up to Aesir, said, pretty lady Aesir. He said, she blushed a little bit. Aesir fought on a blush, but still ended up pink a little bit the face. Said, I'm thinking your doctor. Said, why? I said, because something wrong with your daughter. Which one? Said, your eldest. Said, why? Said, she keeps trying to pick on me when I'm changing. I think she's sick or something. Aesir said, I was thinking a lot. Nebra! Get down here immediately. Said, Squeak said, yeah, of course, mother. She rushed down. She came like down, said, trying to hide a mirror. So why do you have a mirror used for peeking? Said, what? I don't know what you're talking about. She threw it down. I should never thought on a blush. I definitely don't know what we're talking about. I definitely did not try to pick on asta. I said, I'm right here. I was never just blushed. I said, yeah. Aesir. Pretty little Aesir said, yeah. Can I go back to prison? I said, why? He said, both your doors are creeping me out. Then he said, though I don't complain about your company, it's excellent. Aesir Fatanaba said, thanks, but I don't think you're allowed back in prison. I said, so... Wait, you said killing is illegal, right? ASMR said, I don't like where this going. Said, so if I just tap a toe, accidentally kill one of your daughters or someone else randomly. What if I was aiming to kill someone but accidentally killed someone else? Like, for example, I tried to kill let's say a pervert, but I ended up killing one of your daughters. Said, I would still go to hell, right? Said, yeah. Said, huh. Yeah, you would. So I have to kill some to go back to Yale. Said, now then my scheme said, so now to find who to kill. I said, you're not killing anyone. Nope, you're not. I said, your doors are creeping out. Timescape up to 2 months before the Grimoire ceremony. As then he said, you have to come out, Asta, we gotta teach you this. I said, nope, I'm not doing it. He said, how long has this been going on now? And Asta said, oh, my head. As he was home this week. Well, he had a break from captain duties. So how long has this argument going on? And you was there just for coffee, said. This entire morning since 8 AM. What's the clock now? Said. It's 2 PM, so it's 4 hours now. Said, I'm not doing it. Said, you have to. Said, no. Said, I'm coming in. Said, sure, if you want to see me shirtless, then sure, come on. In Asta argued. It's not like I haven't seen it before. Said, what do you mean? Said, don't think I didn't see that video lacrima you had in my room. As then he heard someone scream, he said, you're trying to slip away from this. You're still going to learn how to dance in a ball. Then Yula said, that's the argument what's about. Didn't know about that. So they were arguing because he refused to learn to dance. I'm not learning to dance because I'm never gonna use it. Said, you're not escaping me. You're gonna learn that. You know what? Fine, we'll skip the ball, but you'll have to learn how. I'll teach you how to take care of kids. I said, why should I learn about that? Said, so you know how to take care of kids in the future. And what makes you think I'll take care of kids in the future? Said, well, don't you want to marry one? Also, like, said, yeah, and create small little things that are annoying. Yeah, no. What do you mean small things are annoying? I said your daughters. For one. Then Ace said, Then ASMR said, it's hard to argue with this assessment. Lily stiffened, then it's said, victory for males, the Alien Kingdom. One must then be said, you're not skipping the exam. Then she barged into the room, they heard a door crack. Wait, where the hell are you? Then she was also still she came running down to the kitchen and said, I'll find you, Asta, and I'm gonna teach you that. I'm gonna force you to turn on your dance now. I said, sure. You know what? I might agree to it if what? I can go back to prison for life afterwards. It's that deal or nothing. Immediately afterwards I learned to dance, you put me back in prison. Said, you know I can't sentence you. You can't just be thrown into prison because you want. I said, so what if I killed someone and then be put into prison? Well, that mushroom helps, that's around the whisking all the time. It's not illegal. Wait. Then Marge said, wait, is it illegal to kill a mushroom? Whiskey snorted. Well, he's actually human. I said, wait, that's a human? Huh, and here I thought I was high when I heard a mushroom talking. Why the hell does he have that haircut anyway? He muttered. Talk about haircuts and Sal, when the hell are you gonna cut that hair in your face? Austin said, popping out of nowhere. Sal likes it. I want to strangle him. Can I? Please let me strangle him. Us and Julius hold him back, said no. Just then Asa came around and said, finally catch you. Us started Pierre, said, Just then I saw Asa coming down. Asa sighed, said, the Julius said he was gonna escape. Yep. Then he saw something else. So then he realized, wait, also just have a shirt on. Then he saw AC just land right on top of his chest now as he fell down to the floor, landed softly between that he. Then AC thought, wait, what's this material? Is it the floor? No. As she began touching where she landed. Then she heard a cough, shook up, saw also she was about to turn atomic explosion. Said, are you done filling me up now? Said, hey Julius, said, yeah, said, I'm feeling violated. Is it illegal for something to touch minors like that? Asia blushed voice said, you're not a minor. Well, shit, you're still hard, you don't have a grammar yet. She muttered. Spoiled sport. Then, well, all said, Then a day afterwards, everything's calmed down, everyone is promised to forget about that day. It was strange. Except one time, well, then like a week before the grammar ceremony, so Asta is sitting in a tree, saw Acer flew down with her Valkyrie armor, and is deactivating the ladder on Asta's lap. I looked up to him and said, Asta. Asta didn't bother. Said, Asta, she tapped his cheek now. Asta. Astanius poofed, said he made a winkle, didn't he? I just thought, I want to know you. Okay, never mind, she thought. Probably should adult up, stop being childish around him. He doesn't like it, apparently. Wait, maybe if I stop doing that, he might like me more. Then also said, a sense of disturbance in the magic. Anyway, back to the story now. That's just rather funny stuff that I tried to put into this what if. So back now, it's time for grammar ceremony. I realized that this is like I reached the hour mark now, so I'm probably gonna end up a little bit longer now than usual. Pretty glad I managed to do an hour-long video again. But back to the witch. Now we see the witch as far said it should be around 15 now. Hell, it's probably 16. Yeah, he reached 16 identity. Happy birthday, my son. Happy late birthday. Then Asta said, Achoo! As they asked, what is it? Asta walked to Grammar Tower said, what is it? Asta said, I felt like someone really old woman is talking about me and I feel violated. Huh, they thought, so not easier? I said, no, probably isn't pretty easier. Then I said, why do you keep calling her that? Said, I said, because she is. Said, why didn't you call me that? I said, why didn't you call me something like that? Then I said, sure, annoying tsundere. Said, hey, I'm not. I said, I'm speaking the truth from my perspective. And besides, it isn't something you can put into jail for, surprisingly. So yeah, let's then, well, they walked to the Grammar Tower now to get the grimoires. As we did. It was soon Asta's turn. Well, the grimoires came down and Noel got a free leave. Let's see for Asta now. So yeah, then someone saw a bright light come down. A white light with a little bit reddish. There's some wind picking up as well. As then Connolly saw the golden light is flying around the grimoire. As Asta touched the grimoire, it was revealed to be a 4-leaf clover. But the golden light around the foremoon stayed on his shoulder now until it formed a little bit spirit. Well, only Asta saw that. Asta looked and said, So yeah. Asta then left with 4 leaf, said, so I'm 3 now, yippee! I'm gonna, then it said, then it's walked back to Silva estate now. As then he began packing things to leave, said, wait, where do you think you're going? Said, your Santa said, said, correct, since you're a child, you're supposed to stay there till the medic entry exam. I said, correction, it said, since the Santa said, since I'm a child, but due to laws and all that in the kingdom, I checked it up. It currently says that since I'm a child, since technically I got my grimoire and I'm regarded as an adult, I'm basically 3 from here. So see you in 6 months or something. I'll be talking to Damafti about it first, so yeah, he popped away. So then he appeared in the castle next to Matthew's room. He knocked on the door and then what he felt, some of the extra knocks had come in. His officer said, so what you want to talk about? I popped on his grimoire. Since I'm technically an adult now, said yeah, my sentence will be nullified. That wouldn't it? Then Matthew said, you know, you found the loop I didn't think of. Yeah, you're right. Said, good, you deal with an angry ace here. I'm not. You deal with an angry petty lady. I'm not doing it. Then would say, why? But Asta vanished and win now. Then Acer burst in and said, damn it, I'm too late to catch him. You, Shenardais and Damratio said, curse you. Then Damratio thought, curse you, Asta, and your brains. Asta vanished. So that's it for next part. That's it for this part. Next part I'll cover the training for the entry exam. And the spirit, who was that? Who was that spirit? Asta had on her shoulder. The cover. And should I do shipping these? Comment down below if I should. And what direction should I go? Should I just price with the shipping instead? I should pull up a poll on that. So that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.